It's going to be shit at the start. Just note that, okay? Imagine that comes with the contract you sign to chase your dreams. Hey, gorgeous. Welcome to Sunshine and Rosie, your new favorite cozy nook where we're going to talk everything from spiritual growth, cultivating a positive mindset, to discussing all the juiciness that this world has to offer. Basically, I want to show you how incredibly fascinating you are as a human and give you all my nuggets so that you can confidently embody your most chaotically beautiful self. So, no matter what shitstorm the world is throwing at you, know that I'll always be that little sunshine in your pocket. God, that's so cheesy. Right. Welcome back to another episode. This one is all about doing it messy. And if anything you take away from this episode is to do it messy. In fact, do it as messy as you possibly can at the start. And this is for everything. If you are putting yourself out there, this is how you get over perfectionism, okay? And this is how you show your system that you're okay with what you're doing, that you believe in your dream, that you believe in whatever it is that you're chasing, okay? And so when you decide to put yourself first, when you decide to take action towards something that you want to create, whether that is a career or whether that is a hobby or whether that is just a side little thing or something that you're interested in, but you decide, you know what, I want to create something and I want to start putting it out there, whether it's videos, a product, whatever it is, it's going to be shit at the start. Just note that, okay? Imagine that comes with the contract you sign to chase your dreams. Rule number one, it is going to be shit at the start. And every single person who's put something out there has been shit at the start. And that's because your system doesn't know. You don't know what to do. It's like when a baby starts to learn to walk. At the start, they have no idea about balance. They're falling over, they're knocking themselves down, they're trying to figure out that they put one foot in front of the other. They're learning. They've never done it before. Their system has never walked before in their lives. And so they have to remember how to walk. And then eventually they're running around the place and you can't stop them. That is like us when we try anything new, anything new. It's going to be shit at the start. And that's not to say that you're bad at it and that you can't do it. It's because your system, your body has never moved in that way before. And so it's like, okay, what are we doing? I need to remember how I'm doing this because it's not about learning, it's remembering because you already know if it's your gift and it's something that's in you, you already know there's a reason you're here is to fulfill that purpose and you already know. So it's just about remembering how to do the thing again. And so it's going to be shit at the start. And a lot of us, including myself, we stop ourselves from taking that first step because, firstly, we're scared. Fear, right? Fear of showing up messy, fear of people judging us, fear of looking cringy or embarrassing, and all of this. And a lot of the time, that fear is just because, again, your body's never done it before. And if you go back to your nervous system and your beliefs, your subconscious are always trying to prove you right and keep you safe. But what they're proving right is your subconscious beliefs, and how it keeps you, how your body keeps you safe is what's familiar. So you doing the next big thing and taking that leap forward in terms of chasing that goal or that dream that you have or that vision that you have, that's unfamiliar because you've never done that before. And so your body is going to automatically think it's not safe. And so you have that resistance. Also, if you've any beliefs that you're not capable, that there's more people, that you're not good enough, that there's better people out there and all of this, those beliefs are going to come to front and they're going to stop you from taking that action. Okay. And so this is where we start small and we start with baby steps. And perfectionism comes in then as a way of self-sabotaging us. We're like, oh, we can't start until it's perfect. We can't put it up until it's perfect. And lo and behold, every time you think it looks perfect, you'll find another thing to make it even better, which just delays the whole process. And again, you're just putting off the inevitable and slowing yourself down. You're the only one that's stopping this process and that's slowing it down. And so knowing that it's going to be messy, it's going to be fucking shit at the start. When you upload your first video online, you're going to stumble your words and all of this. When you paint for the first time, it's going to look messy. Whatever it is, whatever you're crafting, whatever your vision is, whatever you're bringing into this world, it's going to be messy at the start. And you got to allow it to be messy, okay? Because it's like learning to walk. You are learning to put one foot in front of the other. You are learning about your balance. And the messier it can be at the start, and you being okay with that and you pushing through it, what you're actually doing here on a subconscious level and a nervous system level is each time that you do it messy and you put it up, you are reaffirming that belief that you believe in yourself. That no matter what this looks like, what you're putting out to the world, you believe that it is worthy of being seen. And each time you put that out there, that is the affirmation that you are referring back to yourself. And each time you stop yourself, the affirmation that you're referring back to yourself is, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in myself. I don't believe in my work. And then on a nervous system level, on your body level, each time you put something out there that's messy and not perfect, again, you're putting in those reps, you're showing your nervous system that this is okay, this is normal, that this is going to be a normal routine and habit in our lives, that we're going to do work and we're going to put out there and it's going to just get better as it goes. And your nervous system is clocking that like, oh, this is safe. Whoa, it's safe to be messy. It's safe to show up unpolished. Because let's be honest, if you're going to live a life where you want it all to be perfectly curated, look at fucking Instagram. Look at the people on Instagram that are living the perfectly curated life. Every post is perfectly curated. Every morning routine is perfect, that they're doing it every morning. They're eating the perfect meals. That's all bullshit. That is a perfectly curated 1% of the lives. And behind those cameras, you can bet your bottom dollar that it is nothing like that. Because the pressure that you put on yourself to have it perfect every time is so draining. And that's even with this podcast. I'm sitting here, I don't have my makeup done. I'm in my freaking gym gear. I'm messy. And that's why I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this episode messy as hell. Just to prove a point. Because when I first started this podcast, I started this podcast 2 years ago. 2 years ago is when I first started a podcast, not this one, but a podcast. And I went into it. I wanted to start a podcast for a while. I wanted to I'm somebody who likes to talk. You know, I'm not good with these, like, get all the information in on under 60 seconds. Okay. I'm a rambler. And so I wanted to start a podcast. And I did 2 years ago. And I started that podcast with so much pressure on myself. I was like, I need to be putting up an episode once a week. Um, blah, blah, blah. And I think I lasted 4 or 5 weeks consistently. Started in January, did 4 or 5 weeks consistently. And then something happened that I didn't have the time. And 2 or 3 weeks went by without recording an episode. And I was like, you failed. You weren't perfect. We said we were going to do it every week and we didn't do it every week. And I deemed myself failing at podcasts and I didn't bother doing another episode. And that was, I waited another year. So another freaking 12 months went by. And then last year in January, I was like, you know what? I enjoy doing a podcast. And I want to do a podcast. And even if it's just for me personally, just to get a few reps of recording long form and putting my voice out there. And I don't care how many people listen to it. Each time I put up an episode, I'm proving to myself that my voice matters and that somebody out there is going to hear it and going to take something from it. And so last year when I started this podcast, I didn't have a schedule. I was like, just fucking put up an episode whenever you want to put up an episode. This is a fun thing to do. I don't care about metrics. I don't care about any of the shit behind it. I'm just doing this for me personally. I'll post on my stories every now and then, but I really don't mind. I'm not going to drive this and try and get it to grow really fast and put all that pressure on myself. This time round, I'm just doing it for fun. And that's how I went into it last year. And lo and behold, here we are. We're consistent. And I found it so much easier to stay consistent with it because I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun. I have something to say. I'll pick up the mic, I'll record. And I didn't really do much editing to it. I'm just letting it flow the way it flows. And it feels so fucking good. It feels so good because each time I'm doing it again, I'm affirming that affirmation to myself, that belief in myself that my voice matters. My voice deserves to be heard. I'm going to record it. I'm going to put it out into the world. And it's going to find exactly who it needs to find. And I believe that and I trust that. And then this year I was like, let's level it up again. Let's start recording video. Because can record video, I can throw it up on YouTube, I can chop it up and make content. I can be a little bit more seamless for me. And so I'm recording video. And again, when it came to this process, I'm like, no point waiting because waiting for it to be perfect, to have a perfect little setup, delayed the process 2 months or so this year, I think. Because said at the start of the year, I was like, I want to start turning this into video. And then because I didn't have the right setup, I would push and be like, oh, I'll record next week. And so I didn't record some episodes. And I was just putting all these blocks in front of myself. I was the one doing this. So I was like, fuck it. Here's my little space. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. I need to add a few more things and make it a little bit more aesthetic, but also in my own appearance. Even for this, I was like, oh, I can't record. I want to do my makeup. I want to look blah, 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 blah. But this episode is about being messy. So I'm showing up messy. Because we will always find these excuses to stop ourselves from doing something. And that's just that little old belief trying to keep you safe. But that's when you got to step in and be like, I don't give a shit. I don't care how messy I look. Because again, what I'm affirming to myself right here, and this is for you to take from this, is that I know my worth does not come and is measured by an aesthetic little background and the perfect makeup and the perfect outfit. I know my worth goes far beyond that. And that's because I've done this work over the last couple of years to really remember that I am worthy regardless of how I look or what my setup is like. And this to me is a healing practice. Because each time that I can show up here messy and say what I have to say and put it out into the world, I'm affirming to myself that I believe in myself, that I am worthy, that my value and my worth does not come from my appearance or the perfectly aesthetic podcast background. And that's not to say that I'm not going to get there. Of course, I'm going to get there. I cannot wait to create this beautiful little podcast nook and have it covered in all that is me. But I'm not going to put that pressure from the get-go. Because again, if I did that from the start, I've already seen that those thoughts came up at the start of this year when I was creating this podcast to have it perfect and blah, blah, blah. And all that did was delay the process of me putting up episodes. All that did was make me feel like, oh, I can't put up an episode because it's not good enough and it's not perfect. Whereas now I'm just getting in the rhythm of it. And I know that each week that I come back here, it's going to look a little bit better and I'm going to improve it. And I'm going to get the perfect little opening for my podcast and the closing for my podcast and get it all right. And then eventually it will be perfect to me. But putting these reps in is again just showing myself that this is a normal thing for me to do. To get behind the camera, to record a podcast episode and to upload it. And my worth and my value is not tied to how perfect it looks. And I'm showing my nervous system that I'm safe. I'm safe in this messiness. I'm safe in this imperfection. And that's how you get to create this life that you want to create on your terms, from a place of joy and ease and peace and fun and messiness. Life's supposed to be fucking messy. Life is supposed to be messy. All the good things in life are messy and unpredictable and spontaneous. I've said this before, and I think I did an episode on this at the start of this year. But my analogy about the train, and how, imagine if you got on a train and you had picked all the destinations. They were all the places that you wanted to go, your dream destinations. And when you were on the train, in between the stops, you were in your little single cabinet, and all you did was plan the next destination, what you wanted to see, what you were going to wear, where you were going to go to eat. And that's all you did. You had your head down, and the blinds were up, and you couldn't see out the train, and you were just in the single little solo cabinet. And all your energy went into planning this next destination and all the things you wanted to do. And then the train stops at the destination, and you hop out and you wear the perfect dress, and you go and eat in all the places that you're told to eat in, and you go and you take the perfectly curated pictures of all the hot spots in the destination, and then you hurry back and you get on the train. And then you're head down and you're thinking of the next destination, and you're doing all the planning and all the prepping and what outfits you're going to wear and blah blah blah, and rinse and repeat. And then you get to the end of the track, and as you stand there and you think of the whole journey, you're like, whoa, none of them really stand out. None of the destinations really stand out. They all just kind of feel the same. They feel kind of rushed, and I was under a lot of pressure. I can't even remember the things that I ate in each place. And then you take out your phone or your camera, whatever it is, and you have all these pictures, and they're all just perfectly curated shots of you beside these places, the perfect dish. And even when you look at the pictures, you still can't really, you just remember rushing and everything having to be perfect. Okay? That's what most of us are in the belief of how life should be. And each destination is those milestones that we set, those goals, those boxes that you must tick to live the perfect life. Marriage, kids, the big career, the car, the fancy house, whatever it is. And so we keep our heads down until we get to that milestone, and then we get it. Boom, great, right, next, on to the next one. And we're not even appreciating it. We're just putting it up in a post. Just got the house. Just got the promotion. Whatever. That's more Facebook old days, but you're just rushing and putting on this pressure under you to get the house, to get the partner, to have the kids, to climb up the career ladder. That's all fake news. That's all bullshit. That's all just pressure for you to stay in this fucking rat race and abide by the rules that have been put on us by who? I'm not even going to say it because they don't even deserve my breath. But you know who? Absolute bullshitters in this world. Now, the other option, which I highly suggest, is imagine getting on that train again. And again, it's the same destinations. It's all those places that you want to go. It's all those milestones and those goals that you want to have in this life. Because guess what? You can want the partner. You can want to have kids. You can want the white picket fence and the gorgeous house. You can want to get to the highest level of a career that you fucking enjoy doing. not somebody else's dream, your dream. You can want it all and you can get it all. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But this is how you do it from a different energy that makes it more fun and messy and enjoyable. Because imagine you get on that train and all the destinations are exactly the destinations that you want. But you realize when you get on that train that you get to control the speed. You get to pull down the blinds and you get to look at the view on your way. You get to admire the vastness, the mountains, the beaches, the seas, the cities, whatever the view is. You get to stop and just appreciate that. You get to pull your head out of the planning and the perfecting and just let it be. I know where I'm going. I want to see this place. Let's take the planning out of it and let's just enjoy it. You get to realize that you can put the dress on the train. You don't have to wait for the special event or the special destination to wear that outfit that makes you feel good in yourself. Wear it and walk around the train. You realize that you can chat to other people on the train. You can have conversations. You can ask them about the next destination. Have they been there? Do they have advice? You can share stories of the past destination you were on. Maybe there's some people that are getting off at the same stop as you. And maybe you get off with them and enjoy that destination with them. And laugh and connect. And take messy pictures, candid shots. Imagine that journey. Imagine that train ride. And each destination, you're getting more confident in who you are, in trusting the magic, because you've seen it, how it's unfolded in all the other past destinations and how they've gotten a little bit more magical and the pressure is off and you're not rushing to get back on the train for the next destination. You realize the train's going to wait for you and you can hop on and hop off whenever you want. And then you get to the end of that track and you look back on the journey that you've just had and you're like, holy shit. Holy shit. You couldn't write that. Because when you look back, you can feel all the destinations. All of them are so unique and different, and they all have different stories. You pull out that pocket of photos that you have, and they're messy and they're blurry. And some of them you can't make out what's happening, but then you look at the people in them and you know all those people and you can tell stories of those people and you remember the conversations you had with those people. And each picture reignites a fire inside you. And the laughs and the giggles, and they're messy. I would much rather end my journey with those memories over the perfectly curated pressure that most of us are stuck on. So ask yourself that, what train do you want to be on? The one where you have no control and you just go with what it tells you to do? Or the one where you have control, where you have the rules, where you get to move how you want to move? So yeah, do it fucking messy. Do it messy, not only for yourself, but to show other people that they can do it messy. Because that's it. The more that we try to perfect everything in our lives, the more that we try and show up to this world as the perfect people. Like, hello, that's what's happening at the moment. That's what's been happening at the last couple of years. And how fucking depressed are the majority of the people in this world? Very. We're all putting on this perfectly curated front, Instagram pages that look like we're living our dreams. When in actual fact, a lot of people are lonely and sad on the other sides. And all we're doing is comparing to everyone else. And we stop ourselves from putting ourselves out there, and we stop ourselves from uploading that picture because, oh, we don't look right. We don't look like you won. Also, by the way, a lot of these pictures and shit that you're seeing online are edited, have filters on them, have photoshopped. They're fake. And so when you can be okay with being messy and showing up and knowing that you can improve and that you can get better and that you can make it however you want it to be and put your own little flavor on it. But the more that you can show up being messy, the more permission you are giving to other people that it's okay. It's okay to be messy. And the more that we get to see people really, truly being themselves, showing up, being embarrassing, being cringy, speaking up, saying shit that we're like, oh, you can't say that. Yeah, you can. Speak your voice. The more we pull ourselves out of this fucking bullshit of having to be perfect. Perfection doesn't exist. Perfection doesn't exist. It's this thing that we've created to just make ourselves feel shitty because perfection doesn't exist. Because even when you perfect something, and this is coming from my neurodivergent brain, um, perfectionism, even when I create something that I'm like, oh, chef's kiss, somebody else could come and look at that and be like, oh my God, it's perfect. Oh my God, the details. Oh my God, it's incredible. And I'm like, I've already seen it improve 10 times. In my mind, I'm always 10 steps ahead. And that's something that stopped me so much when I started creating and putting stuff out there and designing things. And even when it came to fucking posts, like I would look at a post and I would look at the font and I'm like, that font isn't right. And I could spend hours changing the font. Nobody else is going to fucking know the difference. Half the people are going to read it and forget it 2 posts later. You know? And I'm fucking pulling my hair out, wrecking myself, affirming so much that I don't believe that this is good enough, that I'm incapable. This is what I'm saying to myself. Nobody else is saying this. These judgments are coming straight direct from me. And I'm the one who gets to change them. Just like you're the one to change yours. Those thoughts in your head, they're just old judgments that you have the permission and the control to change. But anyway, going back to when I used to create things, I would create something. And even if it was perfect and looked so well, my mind has already seen it improved. My mind has already seen it 10 steps better. And if I keep waiting to wait until it's down on that 10 step before I produce it, I'm going to be on my deathbed before I put anything out there because I'm constantly always going to see it improve. And that's incredible to be able to see those steps ahead because you know what that means? It means that's where it's going. But you need to just put it out there. You need to put it out there. You need to make it exist and then make it better. Because putting it out, who gives a fuck who sees it? Who gives a fuck how many people comment on it or react to it or anything like that? Each time you put something out there that's messy and not perfect, you are again affirming to yourself that you believe in yourself. That you know that you're going to get better. That you know that you're going to improve. That you believe that this is the path that you're on. And you put it out there. So yeah, this is an episode coming to you messy to do it messy. Do it messy, and the messier you can do it, the fucking better. Because you are stripping away so many limiting beliefs and old conditionings that tell you that you need to do it a certain way. And so the messier that you can do it at the start, the more fun and the more creation and the more joy that you get to have in the whole process. Because you take that pressure off yourself. And again, coming back to this podcast and my own personal thing, like I'm so fucking excited. I think I said this, maybe I've said it on some form of social media output, but when I wanted to turn this into video, I kept telling myself, oh, it's gonna be so much effort to set up the camera and like all of this. So I just kept recording without video at the start of this year. But that was a voice in my head. Oh, it's gonna be so much effort, so time consuming, blah blah blah. That doesn't make sense. That's a load of bullshit because I'm wasting just as much time with that thought than I would if I actually just set up the fucking camera, right? This takes 2 seconds. It's my phone on a stand with a light. If you saw what was going on here, it's messy. But that was the belief in my system that kept coming up and stopping me from doing this. And I would feel drained and I'd feel tired. My whole system was like, oh, it's going to just take so much effort. And my whole system, and all that is my nervous system been like, we haven't done this. This is the next big scary step. This is the next big scary thing. And to me, that's not safe because that's unfamiliar. And the beliefs coming up again, my just that belief that, oh God, maybe I'm not ready for like recording a podcast and putting it up on video. But again, all old beliefs, not even mine, not even stuff that I believe in because I'm like, who gives a fuck? Current me, okay? But that's what stopped me from doing the video. And something I love to use, and I highly recommend this if you are somebody that finds yourself in that place, because every week that went by that I didn't record the video, I was like, you fucking disappointment. You said you were going to do this, and another week's gone by, and you haven't fucking done it. And it was just putting pressure on myself and disappointment. Again, all coming from me, all on my own doing. And then the sentence I always love to use is when I'm trying to do something like this, that my mind is saying it's too much effort, it's going to take so much time, oh, blah, blah, blah. I just say, just humor me. Just humor me. Just humor me. Let's just see how long it will actually take to set this up. And if it's too long and it's too much effort, cool. We don't have to do it. But let's just humor me. And every time that works, because instantly I've taken the pressure off. Instantly, it's not a thing that we have to do because if it takes too much time, I've not put the pressure on myself to do it. And then the humor me thing is like that cheeky way of like, okay, let's have a little fun here and let's just see how this plays out. And every time, it's like a switch inside me goes from have to, pressure, this has to go down exactly how we planned it to go down. All of a sudden, it's okay, this is going to be fun. Let's just see how the setup goes. No pressure, no time commitment. If we don't like it, we can walk away and no hard feelings. And the energies change completely. And when I did that, whatever night it was a couple of weeks ago, when I first put up the video, it took fucking 2 seconds. It was so quick. I got excited because I was like, okay, where are we going to put where's my corner? Where am I going to record this podcast? So all of a sudden I got excited because this was a fun little challenge that I was putting myself under. Okay. I found the setup. I got my camera. I set it up. I was like, oh, wow, that took less than 10 minutes. And now I'm excited because that was fun. And it changes the whole energy behind it. And then I started recording videos. So yeah. Okay, I'm going to end this episode here now, but do it messy. If you watch this episode, if you took anything from it, send me a message. Let me know, because I love getting your messages from um all these episodes. And I'll leave all my links below if you want to work with me. Ladies, if you want to join my free community of like-minded, woo-woo, neurodivergent women who just want to create a life that they are excited about waking up to. We work with the subconscious nervous system. We do a lot of fun things, and it's only growing. That's another thing that I'm like going to put a lot more energy into this year. If you want to join my free community, join that. There's also a free 7-week course in there, worth €150 to help you build that confidence from the inside out, not the bullshit that you see online. I'll just leave all my links below, but appreciate you listening. Share it with a friend and do it fucking messy. The messier, the better. Okay. Love you. Bye. Oh, thanks so much for taking the time to dive into my brain with me. If any of this resonated with you, I would love to hear your thoughts. DM me, share it with a friend, like, subscribe, leave a review. Do all those juicy little things that help me reach more beautiful souls. And remember, you are chaotically beautiful, and that's all you ever need to be. I love you, I'm proud of you, and until next time, keep shining and stay rosy.